right, skipping along through Bede to 3.9 in the third paragraph. Not much after the interfection or the death of this guy who was a prince, in this exact time it happened that there was a certain dude sitting on a horse. He was making a bit of a journey near some place. The horse of his horse, suddenly got tired, stopped, declined its head towards the ground, and it sent out from its mouth some spewing foam type stuff, and its pain increased excessively. It began to fall onto the ground. The dude jumped off the rider jumped off, and he began to wait out the hour. He's subtracted I think that should be an N. He's taken the saddle, the thing that stremines the back of the horse, and which would be better thing if he should. So he's waited out there to see if it's better to re-get onto the animal, the momentum, or to just leave it for dead. But the ipsum, in the accusative, vexarum, so this horse itself, for a long time, being vexed with this serious, grave pain, twisted itself into different directions, different parts. Suddenly, it came in its wandering and rolling around into this place where the memorable king had died. Okay, this must be this guy up here. I thought it was a prince. It must be a king. He died without delay. This dolor, this pain, grew less. Looks like it ceased from these insane motions of its limbs, the flailing about, and in the usual moray of horses, as if after a tiredness, it rolled itself around in turns onto either side of its body, so it rolled around in the grass or whatever, and immediately statum, it got up as if it was sanum, healed in all its parts, and it began to carpere rather avidly the greenness of the grass. Okay, so this place where the king died is now healing horses, apparently. He, with this scene, as a sagacious man of character, he understood something of a miraculous sanctity there was in this place, in which his equus horse had been cured in this place to be. And there, having posited a bit of a marker, a sign, not much afterwards, he ascended his horse and went to the guest house where he'd proposed to go, and he went there. In which, when he arrived, he found a puella there, the neptem, granddaughter of the paterfamilias. She's been long paralysed by a sickness which is serious. And when the familiars of the house, slaves or something, concerning this bitter infirmity of the girl, with him present there, they were complaining, quarrenting. He began to speak concerning this place where his cabalus horse had been cured. What more to say? Imponing her on a cart, they led her to the place, and in that same place where the horse had been healed, they deposited her. But she, deposited in this place, slept for a little bit. And when she, a vigil of it, woke up, herself was healed, sensing from the dissolution of her body. She sensed herself healed. With water demanded, she lathered her face, washed the face, composed her crines, her hair, covered her caput with some linen cloth, and with those who had adducturated her there, who had led her there, healed, she reversed by walking on her feet. Chapter 10. In that same time, we'll just say roughly, there came a certain other dude from the nation of the Britons, as they say, making a journey near the same place, in which was forespoken. A battle had been completed there. Obviously that king or prince had died there. And he saw a space, one part of that location, which is more viridious, more green than the rest of the plain, Catero Campo, and it was more pleasant looking. he began to conjecture with his sagacious mind that there could be no other cause of this unusual, unaccustomed viridity or greenness in the place, unless that medieval queer, it just means that in this ibidem, in the same place, Vere, who was more sanctior than the rest, he had been killed in this ibidem place. Idiqui. And so, accordingly, he toileted, took away this dust of the ground with himself, in ligansing it in the linen, tying it in it. That he was thinking of that sometime in the future. There's queer again. That it would be helping with some of this dust to heal people of their what would we say in English? In infirmities or something. And continuing on in his journey, he reached to a certain village at Vespers, which is evening, and he entered into a house in which the locals, the villagers, or the people of the villa, they were feasting and dining, and he was taken in by the masters of the house. He sat down himself with them to this meal, and hanging was the linen with the dust, which he had carried away, and it was on one of the posterns of the wall, one of the posts of the wall or something. Okay, so we might as well make a daily dictionary word out of that. Here we go. These are always there. These are things to search for. A medella, a cure, healing power, health, etc. Okay, that should finish that.